Hey everyone, it's Liam. This is RollOut, and I'm going to give you a quick demo on how to play the game. The objective of RollOut is actually to roll out your hand before your opponents. A couple of the rules here. Number one is that every corresponding card in the deck has a corresponding dice value. So the ace, for example, is 1, the 2 is 2, the 3 is 3, all the way up to 11. Two other important rules to remember are, number one, if you roll snake eyes, you're automatically out of the hand. However, if you roll a double 6, you're the automatic winner of the hand. For demonstration purposes here, we have 3 open hands. Players are all going to ante in. We're going to go with the blue chip. So player 1 is in, player 2 is in, and player 3 is in. The action will move to the player 1 here on the left. They have an 11, a 7, and a 9, and their choice is going to be to roll either 1 dice or 2. Now in this situation, because of the odds, you're probably going to roll 2 dice because you want to roll out either the 11, the 7, or the 9. So player 1 will roll. Player 1 rolls out a 9. So in this case, he's going to turn over his 9. Now if we're playing the real game, obviously he would play the card the other way. Now we're going to move over to player 2. The action moves over. He has a 3, a 6, and an 8. And in this situation, it's going to be their choice what they want to roll. So in this situation, I'd probably roll a lower one. So I'd roll 1 dice to try to roll out either the 3 or the 6. So player 2 rolls. They end up getting a 6. So they play their card down. The action will then move over to player 3, who has a 5, a 2, and a wild. So the player probably will decide to roll 1 dice because they have a lower hand. So for example, they roll, they get a 4. Now, here's where it gets a little tricky. Any other player in the table, if player 3 does not have a 4, they can actually play off the 4. So they can play their card and turn it over. But in this case, nobody has it. The action would then go back to player 1, where they're going to have to ante in again or bet. So player 1 says, I'm going to stay in the game. Player 2 also decides to stay in. Player 3 is going to stay in because they have a good chance with the wild of rolling out, plus the 2 low cards. So the action goes over. They roll the high card, the high number again. They get an 8. They don't have it. The action then moves around the table. Oh, player 2 has an 8, so they get to play on that. They can turn that over. No other 8s in the hand. We move over to player 2. They only have 1 more to roll out, so they have, obviously they're going to roll a lower 1 dice because they're playing off the low one. They roll a 5. They don't have the 5. The action moves over to player 3 who has the 5. They are able to turn over their 5. Now this is going to be a choice. If they want to play, they got to wait until it's their turn in order to play the wild card. That's one of the rules. So you can only play the wild card on your turn. The action would then move over to player 3. They're probably going to roll 1 dice because they only have to roll out the 2 here. So player 3 rolls. They end up rolling a 6. So they don't have the chance of winning. Now it goes back to player 1. It's their action. They're going to decide now, it's not looking too good for me. So you know what? This guy's going to fold. The odds of rolling out a 7 or 11 are not great. So he decides to fold. Player 2 is actually going to decide to stay in the game, and player 3 is also going to stay in the game, so they're going to ante in or bet. So the action goes to player 2. Player 2 decides to roll the 1 chip or the 1 dice, and all of a sudden he gets it, and that's how she rolls.